Hey, everybody. Happy Reset Monday. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, yesterday was Mother's Day. It is now Monday, and this is Reset Monday. So, I want to talk to you about Mother's Day. How was your Mother's Day? I hope you all had an incredible time sharing time either with your mother, with a woman who means something great to you in your life, or just perhaps sharing time with your kids, but just celebrating the fact that we are all mothers in a sense. So even people who don't have children, we're all mothers. We mother, and people look up to us. We have that motherly instinct. So it's just so important to recognize that Mother's Day goes beyond just one day, right? So I'm like, oh, we get one day to celebrate. But if you think about all of the motherly instincts, the mothering instincts in every single woman, there are women who influence you who maybe you haven't even told them that they influence you. So in today's Reset Monday, I would like to encourage you to start thinking about the women in your life who go beyond your mothers. So women who have influenced you, women who have impacted you, women who have inspired you. And maybe it's someone in your community, maybe it's someone on social media, maybe it's a family friend or a coworker. But in today's Reset Monday, I would love to encourage you to reach out to those people, to make some kind of connection. Let them know. Because oftentimes when we influence someone, or when someone influences us, they don't know it, right? So how often have you just thought to yourself, you've admired someone from afar, or you have actually spoken and said that, talking to a friend, gosh, I love, so and so. You bring up somebody's name, somebody whenever you're talking about a specific thing in your life or business or your personal confidence or your desire to do something, your desire to be to move forward in life, to inspire others. You may think of a woman who gives you that inspiration. Have you ever reached out to that woman? So this is my inspiration. This is my call to action to you today is who are the women who have given you influence, who have given you inspiration? Reach out to them. Go have a cup of coffee. Go, take them to lunch, or just make a connection. Follow them. I'm probably already following people on social media, but let them know, because oftentimes for me, what happens is I'm just forging ahead, right? So I'm just doing what I do each and every day. It can get tiring. You're influencing people, you're impacting people, you're doing the right thing, you're on the right path. But sometimes that feedback, just that little bit of feedback from somebody to say, you changed my life, or you inspired me to do this. I had a woman who was a patient who I hadn't seen or heard from for a couple of years. And she showed up in my office with flowers one day. Like, what's going on? And she said, my work with you was so inspiring and so impactful. You helped me so much that I went back to school to become a functional nutritionist because I want to help people like you help people. And I was like, what? Like, like, I had no idea. I had no idea. And if she hadn't shown up in my office to tell me that, I never would have known, ever. So that impact, BJ Palmer, he was a chiropractor. He was one of the founding, his father actually founded chiropractic, D.D. Palmer. So BJ Palmer was the son of D.D. Palmer. And he said, you never know how far reaching something you may think, say, or do today will affect the lives of those tomorrow. So this is my call to action. Reach out to someone. Reach out to someone who inspires you. Reach out, start looking to, like, when you're following these people who inspire you on social media, who inspires them? Start to follow them. Start to create these links. These are, you're creating these strong links, building these chains, these paths to just to greater richness for your own life. And start to follow those people and reach out to them. This is one of the ways that I've been able to meet some of the people that I've been able to meet in my life, because I reach out, I see who inspires me, who inspires them, and I reach out to them also. And hey, can we go have coffee? Can we go have lunch? This is such a powerful way to make a greater connection and build a stronger community. So that's my call to action to you today. My other call to action is I just want to bring this to your attention. So I've been seeing this on social media, and it's been this question that has been asking people, if you had, and I'm going to paraphrase this completely, if you had to choose your mother all over again, would you choose your same mother? And you guys, I've been shocked at how many people say they would not. They would not choose their same mother. And they had like scathing things to say about their mother. Now, I recognize that each and every one of us is scarred by something that our parents have done to us, or for us. And, I say to my daughter, who's 19, oftentimes, I'm like, listen, I know I'm going to screw you up in so many ways, but I also know I'm going to create a life for you and build you as a human that is going to go out and create incredible impact in this world. So we don't know. We were not put on this planet with a manual to raise kids. So it was really quite heartbreaking for me to see these answers, because the question also was impactful in a way that I had to think about the answer. If I had to choose my mother all over again, would I choose my same mother? And then think about that, right? So, we can't always choose what we want in life. We're given what we're given, and then we have to become the humans that we need to become in order to make the greatest impact possible from whatever that situation is. So, you I wouldn't choose a different mother. Yeah, there's things that I wish were different. But, unfortunately, she passed away in 2019. And every time I think, when I get hired to do a talk, a speaking engagement for something, and I create a talk, I always go back to something about her that has inspired me to be the person that I am today. And what's incredible about that is that it's not something negative. So, unfortunately, before she died, all I could think about was the negative. I couldn't piece together the positive things. So, I mean, am I regretful? I don't know. I mean, it is what it is. It's part of life, is that, there's enough, we had enough connection, I think, before she died, but the, I think once people pass, then you have these epiphanies and you get this growth, and you start to think beyond like all of the other things, right? And how many times do I wish that, her or my dad were alive, that I could ask them questions, or, um, I could have conversations that were different from the ones that I had. So when you're going through this coming week or days, months, whatever it is, if you see things like that where people are questioning you, would you choose your same mother? And I never saw that for fathers. So, and this was like, and I don't know that I've seen this question before. I don't know if it was asked before on social media. I don't know if I recognized it, but, in years past. But when you see that, or if you see that, and you immediately want to knee jerk and go, oh, I would, or I wouldn't. Let's just say you're somebody who would answer, I would not choose that same parent. Think about this. That You saying that and that person having a certain behavior, that behavior created who you are today, right or wrong. Okay. I'm not judging. I'm not judging the good, the bad, the ugly. I'm not judging any of it. However, I want you to think about, we cannot wallow in the trauma. We have to recognize the trauma that has been placed before us, that we're born into, that we were raised with, that we were given, and what we have done with that. Because those traumas are what built us. We are designed for stress, pressure, and growth. So, what have you done with those situations? Who have you become beyond those situations? What have you done to become someone that, and I'm just talking about any adverse things that you may have said about your parents or felt about your parents or your mom. What have you done? Who have you become? Who do you want to become? Are there behaviors that you saw in your mother and you're like, I would never choose my mother again because X, Y, and Z? Okay. Well, that's great that you want to throw that blame on your mom, but who could you have been differently? I know I could have been a better daughter. I could have viewed her behavior towards me differently. I could have been nicer. There's a lot of things that I could have been that may have created a very different relationship with my mother. So I would choose my mother all over again. I can't sit here and say, oh, it was beautiful and it was rosy when she was alive. I learned so much from her. She gave me an incredible strength. She gave me a work ethic. She gave me grit. She gave me uh she gave me the desire to forge, forge ahead. She gave me that the ability to get up and continue on, like that, just that growth mindset. She gave me, she read books from Wayne Dyer from way back in the 70s. I mean, this is all her bookshelf. Growing up, I mean, oh gosh, one of Wayne Dyer's first books was Assert Yourself or Passages or something like that. But she constantly was instilling that kind of confidence in me. And then there were other things, right? That was like adverse things that came from her that were like, I didn't really resonate with that. I didn't like those things. Listen, anybody in our lives, there's things we're going to love about them, and there's things we're not going to love about them. So that's okay. You have friends who have qualities that you love and who you're like, I could probably give her, I could probably leave that aside. But when we're talking about our parents, our loved ones, our mothers specifically, because we're just coming off of Mother's Day, I want you to think about that. Is the question, would you choose your mother all over again? If your answer is yes, then God bless you. It's amazing. And I love that. And, that's beautiful. And I'm going to ask you, what have you learned? Who has she inspired you to be? When you say, yes, I would choose my mother all over again, what does that mean for you? Tap into that, because that's really powerful. Is what did she build within you that says, yes, I want this woman all over again in another lifetime? Because then that allows you a certain quality, certain traits that you then get to pass on to your kids. And then if you say, no, I would never choose my mother over again, then my question to you is, why? And when you say the answers, my question to you then is, who would you have to become if your mother, if she's alive, if she's not alive, who do you have to become to maybe make that different? Is there a fear that you feel like you cannot confront your mother again if she's here living on earth? Are you fearing that you can't confront her in order to manage or change certain behaviors or things about her that maybe don't resonate with you. Um, but are there things within you? Can you recognize things within you? Maybe your mother is acting a certain way towards you because you have a certain behavior that's adverse to her. So this is not just about this is where I know this is going to be hard for a lot of you is when you're thinking I would not choose my mother again because she X, Y, and Z. You play a role in that too, right? I'm just going to say that. I'm going to drop that comment right there. And listen, I'm talking to myself here, okay? And I'm not here to make any judgments, just so you know. But whatever adversities you were offered by any human, okay, especially your mother, is an opportunity for you to grow. So if you can see that as an opportunity to grow, then you can also see that as an opportunity to perhaps, if your mother's on planet Earth, make some kind of change in the relationship, make some kind of confrontation, make some kind of quality shift. Allow your feelings to be known because sometimes, and my mother's no longer here on earth, and I've made my feelings known to her in the past, and it's made some shifts. But a lot of times too, I was very triggered. There was things she would say to me that would just cause anger and resentment. And instead of confronting them and saying, that made me angry. That wasn't nice. You shouldn't have said that or this, whatever. It would create an argument. So I didn't know how to have a conversation. It would just create a trigger and create an argument, create anger. So going forward, because my mother's no longer here, I want to do things with my daughter that don't create anger, that create a safe place to have conversations, that create a safe place to have that ability to say, this hurt me when you said this. My daughter has this uncanny ability to say to me, when we get into an argument, she'll say, I got that from you. I learned that from you. My best qualities come from you, and this is one of them. And I suddenly recognize that the very things we're arguing about that I'm disliking within her are things that she got from me that I got from my mother. So this is why I say to you is that we can't just like cast blame and then not look in the mirror and say, what do we need to do for ourselves? So this is our Monday reset. It's Mother's Day, or it was Mother's Day. And so what are you saying to yourself about your mother? And again, I say this from the sense that I'm seeing these questions asking people, would you choose your mother all over again? And they're saying no. And it's just heartbreaking because you are who you are because of whatever that was that your mother gave you, whatever it was. And so you have to look in the mirror and ask yourself the question, who am I? What did I learn from it? Can I become someone better? Each and every day, we should be learning, doing things to grow, to continue to grow, to become someone better tomorrow than we are today. So that's our Mother's Day lesson for today. And I'm curious, drop your comments. What is your experience? Would you choose your mother all over again? If not, why not? And if you say no, I also need you to comment, who do you need to become to change that? Because I think we all have the power to shift, to change, and to, gain that level of confidence to improve the relationships, whether it's with your mother or whether it's with your children, because we also then have to make that recognition so that we can do something different with our kids. If we didn't like that thing with our parents, what can we do then to make it different with our kids? All right. All right, you guys, I hope that was helpful to you on this Reset Monday. Happy Mother's Day to each and every one of you. And I hope that you like this message. Please leave me a message, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. And I will look forward to catching up with you on Thursday for Chiropractic is Sexy. And then next Sunday for Sunday Night Q&A. So, all right, have an amazing week, everybody. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to share this out, like it, give me a thumbs up, and let everybody know that we're here because we're continuing to grow. All right, talk to you soon. Happy Mother's Day. Love you all. Bye.